Good morning. Such a funny world we live in. It's it's a good thing to think of it in terms of laughter and joy, to have a smile on one's face. There are a wealth of different things going on. We have our choice as to which ones we want to view, when, how, etc. Making those positive choices is a goal one wants to keep pursuing. It's perseverance. It's an important aspect of one's energy, a reflection of one's virtuosity. Discipline, another virtue, patience, all of them good. Whatever we individually need, knowing oneself, what your weaknesses are, and being kind and understanding of your human traits, of what evolution has brought us to become. We are at the crossroads of our civilization. It has been talked about for a long time as the dawning of the Aquarian age. And so it is in these last 5 or 10,000 years, in my humble opinion. Has been initiated a new opportunity, an expanding opportunity of change, because it's happening, regardless, in every moment of every day. It is the nature of energy, and that's what all and everything is. The energy of creation. Manipulated, changed, processed, twisted and turned, whatever, to create everything in this physical universe. It is what it is. If one drills deeply into the history of creation, of galaxies and star systems, one will find a natural evolution occurring. We are part of this. It's okay to be unaware of, on a more superficial basis or understanding of these concepts. It's okay. And yet, at the same token, at the same instance, being more highly aware of the potential, of the possibilities inherent in studying, in paying greater attention to investing one's energy into a greater perspective and understanding of everything. That is, when one reads with perspective heightened, when one speaks, when one sees, to view your subject matter in unique new ways. When you look at a person, think of them from the moment born until their whole life. Viewing this way, it is humbling, and it most certainly is perspective. Being in a comfortable posture where one is focusing on our conversation is a bonus. Take advantage of these opportunities when they arrive. Taking nothing for granted. Every breath is a surprise. You don't know what's going to be happening in 5 minutes. So it's a surprise. And feeling a sense of humility about these breaths as they are occurring, because no one owes us anything here. Neither the air that we breathe or the bodies we possess. Who are you? You have arrived, that's all. And you have grown in the changing reflection of time. But honestly, whom are we sharing? Each of us is the continuation of not only thousands of years of traditions, of lives, of birth. How many generations do you feel is part of your life song? My dear cousin, it is millions of generations long. Millions. You and I are but the latest evolutionary moment of change. That's what we represent. Our children, newer, our parents, a little older again. 3 generations. I'm saying millions. And I don't think that that's unreasonable. Millions of generations in one's DNA. So when someone asks you how old you are, there are many different answers you can suggest. Perhaps you're as old as the day you were born, so whatever age that puts you, for me it's 75. Or it might be that you want to talk about when you were actually conceived, 9 months before. Or it may be that you want to go back, how many generations do you choose? 1 million? In some way connotates 20 million years of history of a generation is 20 years. You know, we're just playing here. We're just being curious and thinking about these things. Let's say you may or may not know this, but life evolved from the seas on our planet about 500 million years ago, 500 million years ago. I said 20 million years ago. So that leaves 480 million years of other life being our DNA's home. Amphibians, mammals, whatever. To get to 20 million years. Some kind of maybe a hominoid, a monkey, an ape-like creature. 1 million generations ago. Now come back to 1,000 generations or 20,000 years. Now you're talking about looking at each other, but with most likely more hair, with or without clothes. What's going on? Considering, right, when one looks at another person, to think of their life flashing before you is a sobering and worthwhile experience. It brings one 2 virtues right away. The first being humility, the second being gratitude for our heightened awareness, for our receptivity and sensitivity to what is playing out moment by moment in our 86,400 moment days. Breathing long and sweet. You can count if you like. People are recommending 4 beats. Pausing for 1 or 2. Exhaling for 5, 6, or 7. Being comfortable, but exhaling longer than one inhales. Being restful. An awake sense of sleep or calm, peace, virtue, tranquility. Being this way aware of one's buttocks raised as necessary to have a straight back. Head upright, eyes forward, open or closed. One's chin even, one's tongue attached to the roof of one's mouth, and shoulders gently rising, and finding a sense of grace by residing gently back, allowing one to consume more oxygen. Hands, it would be nice to put your fingertips and thumb tips together, feeling the touch of one's skin, remembering home. And what we are is not so difficult when we are here, breathing. If you like in the exhalation of one's breath, in this process we do 20,000 times a day or so, in this taken for granted, miraculous process that we don't consider, but we should be, and I ask you to do it all the time. In the exhalation, as I was saying, to even sound in one's mind or even into the air above or below the threshold of sound, the sound of awe, A-W-E. If you want, you use something else, Om or whatever. Being, becoming, feeling the vibration that we are creating with the energy of our recitation of this sound. Being created in one's mouth, in one's throat, in one's lungs, in one's torso, and spreading all about from one's toes to one's nose to the top of one's head to the places between your lingering fingertips, feeling, hearing, visualizing if not physically seeing. If your eyes are closed, visualize, feel a lightness before you. See if there's colors. What colors? Is it changing? Smelling, tasting. The five senses we share. And then just everything. Allow oneself to be a flower opened wide to the sun and the atmosphere, with every cell tingling with life energy. This way, be humbled by the immensity of creation. It's big, right? I dare say we can't even conceive of it. We can imagine. We do our best. But it is so expansive that it is, in a sense, endless. That's what we have been born into. And that we can have this perception of the vastness that is. It is a welling up from one's soul, a sense of appreciation, of gratitude, to just have a sense of, to proclaim unto oneself, to know a little bit about what's going on. A very little bit, but something more. Feeling one's fingers. You're feeling the tips there. You know what to do. Practicing one's breathing. Adding one's pulsing. Adding one's awareness of one's heat, thermal heat, emanating. Being aware of these three. And as you are considering your breath and your pulse and your thermal energy, remembering they are all participating in this, Your Majesty, your own unique life's vibration, your shimmering majesty. Be a beacon. One need not be the very best. Only being the best you can, that I can, is enough. Being as bright and shining, as magnanimously, as pervasively as our sun. You know the saying, stop, look, and listen. Stop. Does what? It garners one's attention. This is what we're doing with our processes of life. That we are coordinating these different things, and they're giving us an example. They're showing us the miracle everything is. We are a bundle of miracles. Yeah. How am I forgetting this all the time? How can I be so taking for granted the bounty of what has been given to each of us? The opportunity to live and to improve, grow, nourish. Where am I? Where have I been? Where is my society? Where are my traditions? What's going on? What are my goals? These are important things. Consider. Stop, look, and listen. Stop, pay attention, look. Increasing awareness, looking, awareness, and listen. Communicate. Share. Stop, look, and listen. Attention. Awareness. Communication. These are also parts of our middle name. Aquarian. Thinking about what we are doing all day. Breathing, pulsing, shimmering. Your Majesty, just remember. Namaste.